moment was outside of the City of London. And this wall here on the left is part of the remain of the old wall that surrounded what I've referred to as Docklands. It stretched for miles, and the wall went up in the 1800s, and the idea was to keep the people out from pilfering the goods that might have been left from the ships that anchored near to the River Thames as it came in. And this area was known always as the highway. The part of the wall got destroyed during the last World War, and when the River Thames in this area, which believe me is the other side of the buildings on the left, was set on fire during the war, and then the devastation around the area was so great that after the war the whole area behind here on the left actually had to be sealed, totally and utterly sealed off. It was just too dangerous to go in. There was very little of it open. So in a few minutes, when we can get past this mess of the traffic here, we will actually be in the City of London, which is something that was started by the Romans, really, if we go back in history, called Londonium. If you take the I-U-M off the word, you get left with the word London. That's where it originates from. Now, the surprising thing about this traffic is that all the cars here coming towards you and the traffic on our left going in, except for vehicles like this and the taxis, which come under different regulation, are all paying £8 for the privilege of driving in central London today. There is an £8 congestion charge for each day that the private vehicles come in. The idea was to try and reduce the volume of traffic. It was an idea that was introduced by the previous mayor of London, but it wasn't a new idea. It was a proposal that came about in the 1940s, and the plan was immediately ditched as being impossible. And what happened was that a few years back, the previous mayor decided to introduce this idea, this concept, because the traffic is just too much in London. Now, it should have reduced the traffic. I'm not quite sure. I suppose it has to a certain extent. It's very expensive, £8 a day, to pay for the privilege of driving in central